Hi guys, and welcome to Get Reviews and to this review of Hercules. So, Hercules with the Rock. I had huge expectations for this movie. I mean, not huge, but at least I thought that this movie will be a little bit better than it actually was. I didn't want to start the review with some negatives, but in general, this movie is not very good. If we compare it to the previous Hercules film from the beginning of the year, Hercules, The Story Begins, or I forgot the title, this of course movie with The Rock is a lot better. But in general, as a movie, this Hercules with The Rock is nothing more, let's say, than like a TV show episode with some, of course, some better effects, let's say. And if we take Game of Thrones, for instance, some of the effects of Game of Thrones were movie-worthy, and what we saw in this movie isn't a lot better or better necessarily by what we can see in Game of Thrones, for instance. But my point is that as a story, as the way that the story was handled, is like an episode of Hercules' life. It's not a story about, in general, about Hercules and his journey. It's just the parts of his story, and then what he is doing in this particular country with those people. So story-wise, it wasn't satisfying at all. Everything that you saw in the trailer, the lion, the three-headed monster, and all that was exactly what you saw in the trailer. That was just flashbacks to show you what he did, to get an idea of who he is, and then after that is him not even caring about anything than money. Of course, he's a good person at heart, his partners also, and by the end of the movie they were once again very caring people that care about Hercules and care about what's going on. So fighting wise, of course, Dwayne Johnson did well, but mostly he plays Hercules like he's playing himself. So I'm not saying that he's not a good actor, I love him, but he can play his role very differently. And I'm not expecting him to play like Kevin Sorbo Hercules, but he's good, let's say, he's very good, but he can't save the movie for what it is. The whole idea of Hercules as a hero and as the son of Zeus is kind of like a rumor only in this movie. He's very strong, but no one speaks about this. I guess like, wow, you are very strong, you must be the son of Zeus. No, most people don't even believe in the gods anymore. They're just like symbols to them, and it's kind of a matchup between what most of the people of today are thinking, and this is translated into the ancient times, what the people then would think. But in reality, it's supposed to be just the opposite. The people from back then should absolutely believe in their gods, because that was the times, that was the culture, that was the thinking. And now And now I'm not going to talk about now because I'm going to be very out of the movie. I don't like how this movie is made. I think it's kind of a weak movie making where some stupid things could pass, but now every person thinks logically what it could happen, and there's not a lot of things that are kind of so logical or smart. So let's say that this movie in general is fun. And this movie is kind of pleasant, but you can't help but to take all the things that you think that are kind of illogical, stupid, or just frustrating, and it definitely doesn't do the character of Hercules any justice. Like The Rock said, that this will be the definitive Hercules. If somebody tries to get more serious filmmakers, let's say like James Cameron doesn't do stuff like this, but for instance James Cameron, some other super serious movie maker out there, and create this amazing story of Hercules and what he is in his core, what he's feeling, how is it to be half god, half human, how to deal with all these issues, his issues with Hera. This will be a lot better movie. And in general I think that the best Hercules that we had on screen is absolutely Kevin Sorbo. I'm not a fan so much of Hercules The Legendary Journeys as a TV show because it's super cheesy, and mostly super cheesy. It has very stupid lines sometimes. It has amazingly illogical things happening. It has terrible effects. Of course, for its time, it was fun and good. Now these days I watched some of the episodes and they were super interesting and fun, but of course there's a lot of things that wouldn't go at all in the more serious show, like Xena for instance. Xena had 2 or 3 episodes, kinda not so logical or serious, but all the other stuff that just goes perfectly in Hercules and everyone accepts, something like that will never go in Xena. It's just very unserious, sometimes very silly, and the fighting is sometimes very silly, and just they try to make you feel certain things about the character sometimes, and it just doesn't work because everything is so terribly shot, or the actors are terribly bad. And Kevin Sorbo wasn't big enough for Hercules. He was bigger before he started with Hercules, but then he got a little bit lazy maybe and worked out a lot less. So he wasn't very big or very presentable that many times they wanted to make him out to be in the show. But how he played Hercules, the incredible values of the character was like none other. What Kevin Sorbo did is the best Hercules, I think. So that was my review of Hercules. If I have to give some kind of score, I would say that Hercules is, let's say a 6 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you like. Follow me on social media stuff if you like. Until next time with Kitty G Reviews.